In the humble, working-class neighborhood of Rosario, Argentina, a small boy with a big heart first met his one true love. That love was a football. His name was Lionel Andres Messi. From the moment he could walk, the ball was an extension of his body, a loyal friend that never left his side. He would dribble through the dusty streets, past parked cars, past bemused neighbors, his tiny legs a blur of motion. His grandmother Celia saw the magic in him before anyone else. She insisted the local coach let him play with the older, bigger boys. They were hesitant. He was too small, they said, but when they finally let him on the pitch, the world of Grandoli Football Club was never the same again. The boy was a phenomenon, a whisper of genius. He played with a joy and freedom that was mesmerizing to watch, his low center of gravity allowing him to twist and turn in ways that defied physics. His family watched with pride and with awe. Football was the language of the Messi household, but a shadow fell upon this idyllic childhood dream. At the tender age of 10, Lionel was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency. The treatment was expensive, a daily injection that was a constant, painful reminder of his fragility. How could a boy who might not grow tall enough ever compete at the highest level? His talent was so undeniable that it crossed oceans. A videotape of his incredible skills found its way to FC Barcelona. They saw what his grandmother had seen all those years ago. They saw the magic. An offer was made, a chance to move to Europe for treatment and training. It was the opportunity of a lifetime, but it came with an unimaginable price. The decision was agonizing. To leave Rosario meant leaving everything they had ever known. He was just 13 years old. His father, Jorge, made the brave choice to travel with him. It was a sacrifice born of immense love and belief. Arriving in Barcelona was like landing on another planet. The language was different, the culture was new. Loneliness wrapped around the young boy. He was an outsider, smaller than everyone else. The initial days were incredibly difficult. He missed his mother and siblings. Phone calls home were his only lifeline. They were often filled with tears, his voice cracking as he spoke of his homesickness. On the pitch, he let his feet talk. Homesickness gave way to flashes of genius. First full game for the academy, a revelation. Teammates left speechless. They had never seen anything like it. He could dribble past defenders with uncanny ease. The ball was glued to his left foot. He earned respect through talent, not words. No longer just the shy boy, a footballer of promise. Barcelona slowly began to feel like home. He found friendships with young players, Cesc Fabregas, Gerard Piqué. The club handled his medical treatment. He began to grow. His father remained a steady presence. A shared language on the pitch formed. Bond forged in training sessions, bond forged in competitive matches. Tears lessened, growing confidence, hardening resolve. The sacrifice was starting to feel worth it. The boy from Rosario was beginning his transformation. The world first took proper notice on a warm evening in 2005. A young, long-haired Lionel Messi, wearing the number 30 jersey for Barcelona, received a delicate chip pass from the great Ronaldinho. With an audacious touch, he lobbed the ball over the onrushing goalkeeper. It was his first official goal for the club. In that moment, it felt like a passing of the torch. Ronaldinho, the reigning king of football, was smiling, lifting the young prince onto his shoulders. Under the guidance of coach Frank Rijkaard and later, more profoundly, Pep Guardiola, Messi's talent was unleashed upon the world. Guardiola built his revolutionary team around Messi, deploying him as a false nine, a move that would change modern football. He was no longer a promising youngster, he was a devastating force of nature. He scored goals of every kind, solo runs that left a trail of defenders in his wake, clinical finishes and delicate chips. He won his first Ballon d'Or in 2009 and would go on to win 3 more in a row, an unprecedented feat. Every great hero needs a great rival, and Messi found his in Cristiano Ronaldo. The two were polar opposites. Messi, the small introverted genius. Ronaldo, the powerful, sculpted and expressive athlete. Their rivalry defined an entire generation of football. It was Barcelona versus Real Madrid, Adidas versus Nike, humility versus confidence. Their battles in El Clasico were legendary, epic confrontations that captivated the entire globe. They pushed each other to unimaginable heights, breaking goal-scoring records year after year. The debate was endless. Who was better, Messi or Ronaldo? Through it all, Messi remained remarkably grounded. He married his childhood sweetheart, Antonella Roccuzzo, and started a family, finding a sanctuary away from the intense glare of the public eye. He was a leader who led by example, a quiet captain whose brilliance inspired everyone around him. He was more than a footballer. he was an artist at the peak of his powers. For all his success with Barcelona, a heavy burden rested on Messi's shoulders. It was the weight of his homeland, Argentina. In the hearts of many Argentinians, he could never truly be the successor to the godlike Diego Maradona until he brought a major international trophy back home. He was often accused of not singing the national anthem, of not playing with the same passion for his country. In 2014, he led Argentina to the World Cup final in Brazil, their greatest rival's backyard. He was named the player of the tournament, but the one prize he craved eluded him in a gut-wrenching extra-time defeat to Germany. The image of him staring blankly at the World Cup trophy as he walked past it is one of football's most poignant. The pain was compounded by more final defeats. In 2015 and 2016, Argentina lost Copa America finals to Chile, both on agonizing penalty shootouts. After the 2016 loss, a distraught Messi announced his retirement from international football, the emotional toll simply too much to bear. The nation of Argentina went into mourning. The people who had criticized him now begged him to return. From the president of the country to ordinary fans, the message was clear: don't go, Leo. His love for his country was stronger than his pain. He reversed his decision, unable to abandon the dream. He returned to carry the team once more, to face the pressure and the expectations all over again. His return was not an easy path. Argentina struggled through World Cup qualification, often saved by moments of individual brilliance from their captain. At the 2018 World Cup in Russia, the team was in disarray, and they were eliminated in the round of 16. The questions grew louder. Would he ever achieve the one thing he wanted most? Each failure added another layer of scar tissue, but it also forged an unbreakable will. He was no longer the young boy from Rosario. He was a man, a leader, hardened by years of near misses and heartbreaking defeats, and he was not ready to give up. The turning point came in 2021. Under the guidance of a new pragmatic coach, Lionel Scaloni, a different kind of Argentine team was built. It was a team of warriors, a band of brothers whose primary mission was to fight for their captain. The Copa America was held in Brazil, the site of his most painful World Cup memory. This time, however, the story would be different. Messi was magnificent throughout the tournament. 4 goals, 5 assists. He was a man on a mission, playing with a ferocious determination. The final was against Brazil, at the legendary Maracana Stadium. A single goal from Angel Di Maria, a lifelong friend of Messi's, was enough. When the final whistle blew, Messi dropped to his knees, overwhelmed by emotion. His teammates, his brothers in arms, sprinted towards him, lifting him into the air. The weight of a nation had finally been lifted. The tears he shed were not of sorrow, but of pure, unadulterated joy and relief. He had finally won a major trophy for Argentina. With the Copa America secured, one final mountain remained: the FIFA World Cup. At 35 years old, Messi arrived in Qatar in 2022, knowing it was his last dance, his final chance to claim football's ultimate prize. He played with the wisdom of a veteran and the hunger of a young boy. He was simply sublime, delivering one masterclass after another. He scored crucial goals, provided impossible assists, led his team with an aura of calm authority. He guided Argentina through a dramatic tournament, culminating in what many have called the greatest World Cup final of all time against France. The final was a roller coaster of emotions. This time, Argentina held their nerve. When Gonzalo Montiel scored the winning penalty, the world erupted. Lionel Messi was a World Cup champion. He had completed football. The scenes of celebration were pure ecstasy as he lifted the golden trophy high into the Qatar night, a radiant smile on his face. It was the perfect ending to the most incredible story. The boy from Rosario, who was told he was too small, had conquered the world. The quest was over. The legacy was complete. When the final chapter of football history is written, Lionel Messi's name will be illuminated not just by the glittering array of trophies he has won, but by the sheer joy he brought to the game. His legacy is not merely a collection of statistics, records, medals. It is an emotional tapestry woven with moments of impossible beauty. It is the memory of him gliding past defenders as if they were ghosts, the gasp of a crowd as he scores a goal that defies logic. He reminded us that football, at its core, is an art form, and for nearly 2 decades, he was its greatest living artist. His journey is a profound lesson in resilience. It is a story of a boy who overcame a physical ailment, a teenager who left his home and family, a man who faced repeated soul-crushing defeats, only to rise again, stronger and more determined than ever. Messi taught us that greatness is not born from an absence of adversity. but from the courage to face it head-on, to fall and to get back up time and time again. His career is a testament to the power of unwavering passion and a relentless will to succeed. More than the goals and assists, his impact lies in the inspiration he has provided to millions around the world. Every child on a dusty street who is told they are too small, too quiet, or not strong enough can look to Lionel Messi and see that dreams are possible. He showed that talent, when combined with humility, hard work, and perseverance, can overcome any obstacle. He played with a love for the game that was infectious, a purity that transcended club rivalries and national borders. People who didn't even like football would stop to watch him play, drawn in by the magic he created with a ball at his feet. Ultimately, Lionel Messi's story is one of hope. It is the story of a shy boy from Rosario who became a global icon, a husband, a father, and a champion who finally fulfilled his destiny. He made us feel. He made us believe in magic. He gave us moments of collective joy that we will cherish for a lifetime. He did not just play football, he elevated it. And as he walks into the twilight of his incredible career, he leaves behind not just a legacy of greatness, but a simple, powerful message that resonates with us all. No matter how humble your beginnings, no matter how big the challenges you face, never, ever stop dreaming.